This is First Coast Math Clinic with Lesson 1, Triangle Angle Sum, from Unit 11, Triangles, from our Pre-Algebra and Algebra curriculum. So the goal of this video is to identify and apply the triangle angle sum. So let's just look at our triangle to start. And let's label the vertices. So the point where the sides meet is the vertex of the triangle. So our vertices are going to be A, B, and C. If we want to name this triangle, we're going to draw a triangle and then write the letters on each vertex. So this is going to be triangle A, B, C. So we want to know, well, if we take each angle, so starting with angle A, so we're going to name this the measure of angle A plus angle B. So that's going to be the measure of angle B, so lowercase m, and an angle sign, and angle B, plus measure of angle C, which is right here. Our angle is, of course, like in between those two sides. So here, here, and here. Get that in green. What are we going to get? Well, if we add up the sum of those three angles, we're going to get 180 degrees. So that's our triangle angle sum. So if angle A is, let's say, 40 degrees, and angle B is 60 degrees, and we want to figure out angle C, well, we've got 40 and 60. We know that's going to be 100 plus our unknown angle. So that allows us to figure out our missing angle. Angle C has got to be 80 degrees for our missing angle, angle C. So our triangle angle sum basically says the sum of the measure of the angles of any triangle is 180 degrees, right? So we've got 40 plus 60 plus 80, and that's going to give us 180 degrees. So let's use this piece of information to find the missing angles of some triangles. All right, so let's use the triangle angle sum to find the value of the variables and the missing angle. So for number one, we've got 65 degrees, 75 degrees, and then x. So let's add up our angles. So we've got 65 degrees here, plus 75 degrees here, plus x here. So we're going to add up those three. And we add up the three angles to any triangle, we're going to get 180 degrees. So we know three angles for any triangle add up to 180. We get 140 plus x equals 180. Subtract the 140, and we get x equals 40 degrees. For number two, it's a little more complex, and we've got three expressions at each angle. So we've got 2x plus 4, 4x plus 4, and 3x plus 10 as our three expressions. So let's add up those three expressions at each angle. So let's say like angle A is 2x plus 4. So I want to make sure everybody understands this. Angle B is 4x plus 4, and angle C is 3x plus 10. And when we add those up, we're going to get 180 degrees, 180 degrees. So let's add up our like terms first. So all of our x's. So 2x plus 4x plus 3x, and then our constants, plus 4, plus 4, plus 10. So we're going to get 9x plus 18 equals 180. 9x equals 162, and then x equals 18. So we know what x is. Let's figure out what each of these angles are. So to do that, we've got to take our value for x and substitute our 18 and substitute it in for x for each of these expressions. So let's figure out, do my work over here. My measure of angle A, well, that is 2x plus 4. Well, we know x is 18, so we're going to have 2 times 18 plus 4. So we're going to get 36 plus 4, and we're going to get 40. So angle A is 40 degrees. So I can clean this up a little bit. And this is going to be 40 degrees. Angle B is 4x plus 4. Well, again, x is 18, so we're going to have 4 times 18 plus 4. 4 times 18 is 72, plus 4 is 76. So angle B is 76. So I'll write that in up here. And angle C, I'm out of room, so I'll do it up here. Measure of angle C, 3x plus 10. Again, x is 18, so 3 times 18 plus 10. So 3 times 18 is 54. Plus 10 is 64. So our angle here is 64. And when we add these up, 40 plus 76 plus 64, we get back 180 degrees. All right, let's do one more example. Okay, so for number 3, we've got 7x here. We've got 5x here. And we've got this unknown angle here. All right, so we want to figure out x, and we want to figure out our missing angles as well. But we have a little bit of additional information. We know that this angle, this exterior angle here, is 120 degrees. So how can we figure out our missing angles? Well, we know, this is a little bit of additional information, if we have a straight line, and we'll get more into this when we get into geometry, for any straight line, the angle measure for any straight line is 180 degrees. So if we have something like we have here, where we've got a 120 degree angle, and this entire angle is 180 degrees, well, what is this missing angle? Well, we've got 120 here. Then this missing angle has to be 60 degrees. So we can apply that right here, that this has to be 60, and that gives us enough information to solve our missing value of x and find our missing angles. Now, there is another theorem that we're going to get into. We get into more geometry, our exterior angle theorem. We're not going to cover that right now, but when we get into more geometry, we'll cover that. But for right now, we'll just use the fact that since this is 120 degrees, this is it's called the supplementary angle. It's going to add up to 180 degrees, so that's got to be 60 degrees. And we can use that as in part of our triangle angle sum with our 7x, 5x, and 60 degrees. So let's add this up. So this is going to be our angle A, our angle B, and our angle C now. So our measure of angle A is 7x. plus the measure of angle B is 5x, plus the measure of angle C is 60 degrees, and that equals 180. So we're going to get 12x equals 120, and x equals 10. So we already know that this angle here is 60. Let's figure out A and B. So measure of angle A, 7x, x is 10, so 7 times 10 is going to be 70. Measure of angle B, it's 5x, so 5 times 10 is going to be 50, so B is 50. All right, so A is 70, C is 60, B is 50, and if we add up all three of these, we're going to get 180 degrees. All right, so this was lesson 1, triangle angle sum from our triangles unit. If you like this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. First Coast Math Clinic.